Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds. And here with me today, I have a diamond in the rough. His name is Khalan Griffin. He is a running back out of Lamar University. Nice to have you today, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thankful to be on here. Thankful for the opportunity and everything that you give me. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt. Obviously, running back who I felt a lot of people will really needed to meet this season. Obviously, you got one more. This is your last season to go with your eligibility, and so far going strong, man. I mean, you've really had some breakout games, which is a lot of fun. But let's go ahead and get started. I want to get a chance to meet you and hear your story. So, go ahead, introduce yourself, and first off, tell us where you're from.
All right. So my name is Khalan Griffin, and I'm from Tyler, Texas. I was born in Greenwood, Mississippi. Moved to Mobile, Alabama for I would say probably like half my life. Lived there until I was about fifth or sixth grade. Then packed up because of my dad's job and moved to Tyler, Texas. I stayed there throughout middle school and high school.
Gotcha. I had in my notes that you went to Chapel Hill High School there in the Tyler area. Um, Give us some of your fondest memories, if you don't mind. Not too many, but at least one of them during your time
Uh,
there in high school.
I'll probably say probably when I think back to high school football, I think back to like one of my first games that I ever played. At the varsity level. We're playing our crosstown rival, White House High School, and they had a DN that was committed to Texas State. They had a pretty decent team, and week one I didn't do too well, so I was kind of like down on myself. And then I don't know, very first play, I got like hit in the backfield and kind of spun out of it and took it like 70 yards to the house, and then we came back and like we're battling back in the game and stuff like that. And then I ended up having the longest run ever of my career. Uh, it's like I think it was 99 yards from coming off our own 1 yard line. So both of those runs in that game was kind of like wow. And then right after that game, Texas State actually hit me up and they gave me my first offer right after that game. So I mean that's kind of like I think about high school football. I kind of think back to like that memory right there because kind of stuck with me and kind of like propelled my high school career to how it went.
Cool. I also had in my notes, Kalen, along with football, you also did some baseball as well
Oh,
as some track and field. And turns out you're a pretty good track and field guy. What do you remember about your participation in those other sports?
so really, like, I talk to my family about this a lot, but like if something happened and I didn't end up playing football, I probably would have went the baseball route. Baseball is kind of a big deal in my family. My sister actually plays softball at Texas A&M right now. She's a junior this year, was a sophomore last year. Uh, so kind of, I've been kind of just I honestly started playing baseball whenever she started playing softball. So like she started playing softball and I'm just out there throwing with her every day. And then I kind of ended up like, I'm like, oh yeah, you know what? I kind of like this. And we play with the smaller ball, bigger bats. Like, yeah, I think I like this. So I started playing baseball when I got kind of like to high school and kind of stuck with it. And I just like uh the baseball culture, just hanging around, spitting seeds, chilling, because I was playing outfield, so we wasn't getting that much action. But I'm out there, just having a good time, getting to miss a lot of school. So, that was fun. Track, I would say, was for sure probably more competitive for me. Like, if I went in a high school track meet and I lost, like, I'm mad for the rest of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't like losing in track. So I ran the 100, the 200, 4x1, 4x2, long jump. And actually, my senior year, I went to state in the 100 meter dash, placed second. When I actually had to play taps, I had to play private school for 1 year. And just to give a little backstory on that, really was so after my sophomore year, I just told you about that little memory I had. That was when I was at Chapel Hill, and then I ended up transferring. I tried to go to John Tyler, and I was at John Tyler for like 6 months, and then the UIL, they said that I moved for athletic purposes, so I had to sit out for a year. I couldn't play UIL varsity for a year. I could only either play JV or play TAPS, which is private school. So my junior year, I actually ended up having to go to Brookhill, which I mean, honestly, probably one of the best decisions that could have happened to me in my life. Man, I got to go to Brookhill, which is actually a boarding school, and I mean, I met people from Austria, Germany, all the way to Finland, like all the way to people from Africa. Like I just got to meet a whole bunch of people. Got to play football with a whole bunch of like different people that I would have never really got to do that with if I would have stayed in just a regular public school. And our baseball team was really good at Brook Hill too. So like that was a whole bunch of fun too. So yeah, just a little backstory on that.
No, hey, it's I don't mind the backstory. So, again, you had mentioned growing up, moving around a little bit, Mississippi, Alabama, and then Texas. There, during your high school days, who would you say you grew up a big fan of early on? Like, was there perhaps a player who perhaps you wanted to be like growing up?
So really, it's kind of funny because these two players kind of played around the same time, I believe. So growing up when I was in Mobile, like I played pee wee football in Mobile, and so my whole family is from Mississippi, my mom's side and my dad's side. So there, my dad was really big on Walter Payton, so I wanted to be like Sweet Feet. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to play like Walter Payton. I got literally memories popping up in my head of me watching his video when he's running up the hill, the little highlight tape and stuff. So I really liked how Walter Payton played. Like when I was in Pee Wee and stuff. And then Adrian Peterson, I've always been a big fan of. But then when I got to Tyler, uh, I mean, it's the Rose City, and you can't say Rose City without thinking about Earl Campbell. So, uh, kind of watching his highlights, getting the because when I was at JT, like he went to JT, so it was kind of cool just seeing being there in same halls that he walked. You know what I'm saying? Probably one of the greatest running backs to ever live. So that's kind of just another guy I kind of wanted to kind of model my game around.
Well, just kind of nice to see your, I guess, walk through those things. I mean, talking about uh, one of the greatest of all time in Walter Payton and also Earl Campbell. I didn't know if you were going to talk about Ricky Williams. It's definitely another one as well. But I mean, just kind of walk me through your story a little bit because I mean, again, you went to a couple different schools there for high school. Out of high school, you actually first started at Rice.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So Rice University there in Houston, and then ultimately, obviously, right now you're at Lamar. So, walk me through this athletic journey a little bit.
Okay, so I'll start high school, I guess. Like I told you about my sophomore year, I had a pretty good season, and then went to my junior year, and we did really good at Brook Hill. That's kind of when I kind of really burst on the scene because headed into my junior year, I had about 4 offers. Then after my junior year, I was in like the 20 something range, and then that's when Rice came, and I committed to Rice. Probably like within 2 weeks after they offered me, I really liked the campus, really liked the atmosphere that they had there, the intellectual brutality, all of that. So, and my family was really on board with it. So, I committed there my junior year. Then my senior year, I went back to Chapel Hill, just to go back home for one last hoorah. And my first, I want to say my first couple of days of being at Chapel Hill, Kansas State came and they offered me to actually play nickel, but I've never played any defense before. So I was like, wow, I've never played defense, so like I don't think that'd be a smart move for me. So I kind of let that one ride, and then we started the season. First game, back Chapel Hill, we played Crandall. I think I had 200 all-purpose yards. Then we played another game against White House again, another 200 yard performance, and then we go back to practice on Monday, and I end up tearing my meniscus. I had a buckle handle tear on my meniscus, lateral meniscus, and it hurt me. I was out for the season. I went ahead and got it repaired. Didn't want to just, go in and scope it out because wasn't really liking the arthritis in like a year or two. So I was like, let's just go get it repaired. So my mom, we all got it repaired and stuff. And then, after that, it was kind of like, just getting ready, to go be a freshman at Rice. And so, boom, I mean, that was kind of crazy too because we're coming in during COVID and they had all the athletes staying we had all of us staying in a hotel. So it was a good experience though. I really did enjoy it. And so first year at Rice, boom. Uh, it's crazy. I tell you this. So it's my freshman year. I kind of get thrown in the fire. Right before our first scrimmage, all of the running backs go down. So it's just me and my other buddy, Kobe Campbell, who's a senior this year too. He's still at Rice. It was just me and him. And then for a scrimmage, and our coach texted us before, and he's like, make sure y'all are hydrated up because Coach Bloom, the head man, gonna be mad if we have to stop the scrimmage because we only got two running backs and y'all can't finish. So we kind of, we kind of took it to heart. So we went out. I went out there. Honestly, man, honestly, I had an unbelievable scrimmage. I want to say I had 32 carries for like 300 and some yards. And it was kind of like my welcome to college football moment. I kind of got there and I bust on the scene. I'm like, man, yeah, I can do this at the college level. I can. And so after that, I kind of stuck. I was in the two deep for the first two games, and then after the first two games, I was a starter for the rest of the season. We only played 3 games. I mean, 5 games that season because of COVID. And then we go back in, and it's kind of like a position battle between me and my other good buddy Juma. And so we're battling out through the spring, and I end up winning the job. And then, we go through that whole season, and I end up, I was second on the team in rushing with 400 yards. And, I just had to sit down with my parents, and I just told them, like, uh, I don't know, I kind of want to drop some weight, and I think I just need a new scenery. And so that's when I jumped in the portal, and then uh, Lamar came through at the right time. And, our first year at Lamar was kind of rough. I think we won 1 game, and then Coach Ross came in and took over and showed us, what it took to win, and kind of built a culture that I'm going to be proud to say that, hey, like I was a part of that after I leave here, because definitely set me up for the future, and got our heads in the right place. So my first year at Lamar with the old coaching staff, I think I had like 600 yards. We weren't very good, 1 and 10, and it's kind of like, yeah, you did your thing in a couple games, but you guys didn't really win anything. So that's kind of like where we were stuck. And, we wanted to kind of change that. We wanted to change that culture, and that's kind of when I saw myself like really, really buy into something. You know what I'm saying? That was way bigger than me. And so boom, we pop out this past year, and we go 6-5. We were predicted to finish last in the conference preseason last year, and then we finished 6-5. I think last year I went for 823 with 5 touchdowns. Really solid season. And I knew coming into this season, like I had talked to Coach Ross. Me and Coach Ross sat down, had a real one-on-one with my position coach, and we were just like, in order to do what you say you want to do, then we're gonna need this, this, and this side of you. And I just put my head down, went to work, dropped a bunch of weight. Think that previous year I was playing at like 212, 215, and this year, I'm playing at 203 to 206 on game day. So I feel a lot better. Uh, just having more knowledge of the offense, you know what I'm saying? Like knowing that on inside zone, uh, my right guard is working up to that double team to the right, to the point. Just knowing when he's gonna snap off and get off that double team, I feel like it's helped me a bunch, within our run game and stuff like that. And then, I mean, here we are now, middle of the season. I don't want to speak too soon, but I think we're on the right trajectory of what we're doing this season. To really go out and win a conference championship, and go to playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, you yourself doing pretty good. I was looking through some of the games, and bro, you actually, dude, you went to town against Mississippi Valley. Damn near 200 yards on the ground, and really lit it up against them. Proving that you can be a workhorse back.
Yes, sir.
I mean, and I think that that's perhaps what some teams want out of their running back, somebody that they could lean on,
Hmm.
um, and help them, actually, get through the course of a game. Um, so I just kind of want to ask a couple quick questions. I mean, obviously, man, you took a long time just kind of walking me through that journey there, which is a long one. I mean, it had its twists and turns, and
Exactly.
like your
Yeah.
ups and downs, and all of that. And of course, I mean, transferring isn't always the best thing. But certainly in your case, I think what happened is it gave you a new opportunity. And it gave you a
Yeah.
new opportunity to prove yourself, at a university that they obviously needed you. They wanted you. And, they're giving you the rock and they're saying, run it. So obviously that's working well for you. But talk to me a little bit about some of the people that have kind of helped you along the way. Uh, just who would you say is maybe perhaps one of the most influential people in your athletic journey so far?
I'm gonna give you two answers. This in the first answer, I'm gonna give you like more so a personal one, which would be my dad, obviously, because my dad, he he tried to play college football, and things didn't work out in his favor. He had some some bumps and bruises along the way, and just having him in my corner and having him like be in my ear on any questions that I have, anything that like, I ever want to ask him, ever want to talk to him about. I know I can just go to him. And, my mom too. Like she's a very big person in my life. It's really just my whole family. Like, just love, going out there to prove to them that we can do this on this stage. Like it's not too big of a stage. Nothing's too big. If you put your mind to it, you can do it. And so like they've probably been my parents have probably been the two most influential people in my athletic journey because when they tell me something, I listen. If they like the whole transferring from Rice situation, like they had a big emphasis on that, in my opinion, and I think that they, at the end of the day, they made the right decision for me when I didn't know if I was ready to make that decision. And then honestly, since I've got to Lamar, it's probably been Coach Ross, our head coach, and our strength coach. Our strength coach, I see him pretty much every day, and he's really instilled. We got 6 core values that we just simply stand by, and I feel like honestly, just those alone have helped me so much. Has helped me see football in a different light. See everything. I kind of finally see the big picture now. At first, when I was a young buck, I didn't really see it. I was like, just go in, get the ball, and execute the play the right way. But now it's like I know, okay, we got to have all 11 guys on the same page here in order to get done what we need to get done. So I probably say Coach Ross and Coach Walker, as far as since I've been at Lamar, the two most influential people right now.
Right. And let's talk about you as a prospect. I mean, obviously, you and I are talking under the platform of you as a prospect, trying to get to the next level, trying to get to the NFL. What do you feel separates you from all those other running backs out there? I mean, what's maybe perhaps the one characteristic that makes you stand out?
I would have to say, I think what makes me stand out is my vision and my contact balance. And I say those two because I think that my vision puts me in the right places at the right times, and then whenever it's time to, I don't think that the first person. I honestly, the way I look at it is the first person should never tackle me, and that's kind of how I want it to be. Like whenever I get to the second level, or if it's the D lineman, it doesn't matter who it is. Whoever puts their hands on me first should make the tackle, and that's just kind of how I process my game. And like I said, I think my vision puts me there. My vision puts me in the right spots, and then also I think like my acceleration through the hole is kind of like a standout part of my game this year. I feel like when I hit the hole, like when I see the hole and I hit it, like I'm hitting it with some real gas. I'm trying to get through the hole and honestly get to the spot. So that's kind of something I feel like separates me.
Gotcha. Well, Kalen, I do want to take some time to meet the guy under the helmet. I think a lot of times people don't get a chance to meet that guy and see what he's all about, like what makes him tick or whatever. So tell me a little bit about you, whether it be your hobbies, your interests. Give it. I want to just chit chat about something other than football for a few minutes.
Uh, Honestly, I feel like when I'm asked this, I honestly like to talk about Marvel because that's kind of like one thing that I really enjoy. Like, man, I have a girlfriend, and we've sat here and we've rewatched every Marvel movie multiple times. And if we getting a bite to eat at night, and I'm just like, hey, you want to watch Captain America: Civil War tonight? You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to watch that, and you want to see what's going down there. And really, I like Iron Man and I like Captain America. Two real good role models, two real good leaders that a lot of people wouldn't think like, some of the stuff they're saying can really, relate back on the field. And I'm at practice, joking with the guys, telling them, I feel like Iron Man today. Oh, or this day I might feel like Banner. I don't feel like Hulk. I feel like Banner or something like that. Crack a couple of jokes
Okay.
here.
You into any of these I guess TV shows that got out lately, whether it be like the Marvel stuff or anything else?
I like I've watched Outer Banks. I really like Outer Banks. I'm ready. Me and my girlfriend are waiting on Jenny and Georgia to come out again. What else do we like? We're waiting on the next Marvel movie. Obviously, we're waiting on Tom Holland's new Spider-Man 4 when that drops. Like I'm definitely watching that. 'Cause probably Spider-Man, Tom Holland's Spider-Man is probably like one of my favorite that I like to watch. I really like, especially his last movie. I really like it when they brought all the Spider-Man together in one movie. I thought that was cool. And
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I think a lot of people were excited to see all those guys together. That was certainly fun. So I think there's
yeah,
another Captain America movie too that we gonna have here soon. So
I know.
um,
Yeah,
Good stuff. A couple other just quick little tidbit questions just to kind of throw things out at you. Favorite snack food?
But like we talking about candy or we talking about like chips or something?
Yes and yes. Give me one of them. I don't care.
Oh, Butterfingers. I like Butterfingers. And it's not even,
Okay. Um,
yeah.
you have any pets?
Yeah, I have a dog. She's not running around right now, but her name's Poppy. I got her on my birthday actually, so she's awesome.
Nice, nice. Is there maybe perhaps a skill or talent that you don't have that maybe perhaps you'd love to have, or the ability to do whatever? Like, you have any wish list there?
Yeah, so I really wish I could dance, and I'm gonna say that because like I scored a couple touchdowns this year, and I come back to the sideline, and they're like, the celebration dance was a little bit iffy, and that's happened to me a couple times. So I feel like I got to get my dance moves up.
Like, damn it, dude, you need to get the celly right, man. What in the world's going on with this guy? So,
Nah, for
um,
real.
need to take at least one dance class or something. Figure out, what you're gonna do. Uh, bucket list vacation spot.
Um, I want to go to what is it? I want to go to Greece. I want to go to Greece. I like how they have like the white buildings with like pools like on the back of them. I really like that. I want to go. I think that'd be a real cool vacation spot to go to.
Definitely some classic places to go.
Yeah.
Uh, Great, Kalen. Just wanted to kind of meet you, ask you some stupid questions, just for fun. But do need to wrap up our time. I mean, obviously, still early on this season. Got several games left to go. But certainly want to go out there and impress some scouts and
Yes,
tell
sir.
them why they need to pay attention to you moving forward. So go ahead and close us with your final thoughts and tell them what they would be getting if they took a chance on a player like you.
So honestly, what I would tell every scout, what you're gonna be getting if you take a chance on a player like me is you're gonna be getting one, you're gonna be getting a dog. And I say that like not cocky but confident. I say that you're gonna be getting a dog because like that's one thing I've always felt like whenever I step on the field, I genuinely just don't think that nobody else out there, no matter who you are, can mess with me, especially when I'm doing what I love to do, which is run the ball. So I feel like you're gonna be getting a dog. You're gonna be getting somebody that wants to do, somebody that's willing to do anything for the team in order for the team to win. I feel like whether it's special teams, whether it's limited role blocking, whatever it is, gonna be willing to do whatever it takes for the team to win. And you're gonna be getting a true competitor, and that kind of tie goes right in with the dog aspect. But you're gonna be getting a true competitor who simply does not like to lose, and who simply is willing to do whatever it takes, is willing to put his body on the line for his teammates and for the team to win. And then last but not least, like I kind of think what goes under the rug a lot is you're gonna be getting somebody that's dialed in, that's focused, that wants to learn. Like now, I don't feel like I'm one of those players that thinks they know everything. Like I love to be coached up, love to be pushed hard. I love to be cussed at here and there. Like all right, man, you BSing it. Like let's get on it. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So I feel like to any scout who may see this or whatever, those are the probably four things that I feel like you're gonna be getting if you take a chance on a player like me.
Gotcha. And as we talked earlier, definitely a running back that you could lean on, and give him the ball because he obviously knows how to find the end zone. So,
Yes, sir.
uh, Kalen, appreciate you and just want to wish you all the best moving forward. All right.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, man. Once again, we got Kalen Griffin. He's running back out of Lamar University. Check
Yes,
him
sir.
out.
Yeah, thank you.